there, Kathy and Jody here with the Posture 3R method. We're going to talk about a postural dysfunction today, about the shoulders being too far rounded forward. And so what's this going to do? But it's going to create a lot of tightness and restriction in the chest or the pectoral muscles. And in the back, it's going to be really long and weakened. So those muscles aren't going to be working well to support you. And you want to come out of that and up into a nice upright posture. So we're going to show you just a couple of exercises. There's so many to choose from. Our Posture 3R method has lots of them in there, but we're going to just choose a couple just to show you a couple of things you can start working on right away. So one of the exercises is going to be something to give the opening of the chest a little bit. So I'm going to have Jody turn around and face the wall, and we're just going to go into a really simple wall stretch. So leaning against the wall, the feet can be heels right against the wall, or you can bring your heels, 6 to 8 inches away from the wall, and your head is going to be against the wall with your chin lowered down so that it's parallel with the floor. If you can't achieve that and your head is too far back and you can't get your chin parallel to the floor, then you can always place a little folded washcloth or a small towel between your head and the wall. So this is just allowing a little bit of opening. I mean, nothing is straighter than a wall. And so she's right up against that, working the back muscles a little bit to stay there. You can allow your normal arch of your low back to happen, and your butt is definitely against the wall. And then to help with a little bit more opening of the chest, she can either open her arms just out to the side, or even go into some external rotation and bend at the elbow, really trying to keep the forearm against the wall and trying to get as much of the hand against the wall as she can. And then just connect these front ribs down just a little bit, sit, and then just breathe. So you might want to stay there. Depends on how tight that is. You're going to feel a little bit of lengthening up the back of the neck, and definitely some stretching through the front of the chest, and you're going to feel something through between the shoulder blades as well. So you don't want pain, but you do want to feel pretty good stretch through there. And then just take one last breath and then come on out of that. Releasing and let yourself come right out of that stretch. And then if you want to add in a foam roller, if you have one of these, it'll intensify it a bit and just change it. So line yourself up right against that foam roller. And same thing, you're just going to really open up. So having the foam roller there is going to allow you to go back a little bit further with your arms and just kind of get a bit more of a stretch. Either way is okay. Staying for a few breaths, 5, 10 breaths, and then just release out of that. And you can do that throughout the day, a few times a day if you want. It's a really nice opener.
Feels great.
Yeah. Okay, and then start to come out of that again, Jody. I'll take that foam roller away. And then let's just look at a quick postural tip. So you don't want to always just try to squeeze your shoulder blades back, because you're kind of letting the ribs pop out and all sorts of other things happen. So maybe a better cue is if you imagine a bunch of water glasses on a tray, and all the water glasses are full, and if Jody lets herself kind of hunch all the way forward again, that tray's just going to dip forward, all the water's going to end up on the floor. And then if she overarches and really kind of almost goes into a weird military stance, that tray's going to dip back and the water's going to be behind her. So she just wants to find a nice lifting of the chest upwards and keep that tray horizontal, balancing those water glasses on top of that tray the whole time. And then her shoulders can just gently roll back and down. And these front ribs slide down just a little bit. So you want to keep that connection there as well. And then thinking about that throughout the day, just wherever you are throughout the day, if you think about your posture, just think about lifting that chest up, letting the shoulders drop down the back, just as a start for this. And then we just have one final exercise, and that's the plank to downward dog exercise.
Great.